It is time now for the Peter Chill 11 o'clock news for the Sunday night, January 4th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. There are your 11 o'clock news headlines here on this Sunday night. Here in our top story here at 11 o'clock. Here is police officers at funeral for New York police officer Wiggins at Iavoli Funeral Home in Brooklyn, New York, as FBI Director James Coney honored murdered New York City police officer Wiggins today and remarked that he was shocked of his death. The new Cardinals nominee by Pope Francis yet again reflect what the major thrust of his pontificate that a move out of the periphery of the Catholic Church and away from its Eurocentric heart. Indonesian Navy divers took advantage of calmer waters on Monday to resume efforts to identify a suspected record from a missing Indonesian Air Asia passenger jet with no signal detected from the black box recorders. In rocketry, what goes up usually comes down to pieces, as the cost of getting to the orbit is exorbitant because the rocket with its multi-million-dollar engines ends up in a trash in the ocean after one launching. Jury selection will go on as planned Monday in the case of Boston Marathon bomber Johar Zarnefes. The federal appeals court has decided not to intervene, and the defense requests delay relocate the trial, as the jury selection of 12 will be Hulu Dan, who a panel of 12 with alternate to 6 that are made. Another requested a change of venue once the jury selected. The head of the Stoughton 2040, Greg Butland, was arrested at the Stoughton Police Station. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office said he was been arrested for breaking and entering, larceny, and other crimes. As he was released on bail and is scheduled to be arraigned Monday at Stoughton District Court. A mother from New Hampshire is under arrest in connection with the death of a 3-year-old daughter at 46. Kate LeMaire was assaulted the girl multiple times over the 2 days at the end of November last year. The little girl died in the hospital on November 25th last year. It was taken from her hospital. From her apartment to the hospital. A runner in transit connection was killed early Sunday morning after he was killed by a snowplow. And a Boston police officer has been arrested and placed on leave after he allegedly assaulted his Uber driver before getting behind the wheel and driving off in South Boston. And Rhode Island West Bank Palestine President Mahmoud Abbas said on Sunday that he was discussing with Jordan plans to resubmit to the United Nations Security Council a resolution called for establishment of a Palestinian state that failed to win. 8 crew members of the cargo ship that capsized in heavy seas at a Brentland are presumed lost after a huge search operation failed to find them. Prince Andrew claims of sex denied again by Buckingham Palace. New restrictions on Syrians entering Libya done. Coming in force on Monday for returning to the vote, but some seekers try to escape the war. A U.S. hedge fund founder has shot to death in his Manhattan apartment on Sunday as New York police are seeking his son for questioning, reported he said. In Cincinnati, an off-duty police officer shot himself on his way back from the dinner with his wife in that city on Saturday. In his last week as governor of Massachusetts, Deval Patrick's painting is hung in the State House. Crude oil prices dropped in Asia on Monday with the demand outlook continued to weigh on the commodity as on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Crude oil for delivery February fell 0.70% from $52.32 a barrel. After months of having some of the highest prices in the country, gas prices in Idaho are 9 cents below the national average. GM's cars are increasingly connected with it. The automakers coming up with some clever ways to put that data into use. The Fairy Actors demonstrates that to the audience at Palm Springs International Film Festival how to pronounce David's last name by singing into the proper soccer chant, Ole, Ole, Ole. The third and last installment of the Hobbit movie franchise begins Wednesday of the weekend box office with approximately $21.9 billion while Into the Woods trails beyond with $19.1 billion. Comet C2014 Q2 was discovered by Australian Terry Lovejoy and the dogs while moving ahead to hit the maximum level of brightness, and the scene will no doubt be very attractive, but astronomy experts fear that the full moon could wash NASA's prepared an inflatable heat shield for the spacecraft bound to Mars. The space agency believes that the heat shield may help humans one day to settle the red planet. Omaha, Nebraska, a American healthcare worker who experienced high risk exposure to Ebola virus while working in therapy. Leon arrived at a Nebraska hospital Sunday for observation. Okay, take a look at New England Insurance here in River, Massachusetts, Pottery, and River Street. A 4-car motor vehicle accident with personal injury. In Taunton, Massachusetts, person struck by motor vehicle at 122 Broadway and 3 city trees event light not fine due to weather. Peter Chaldu Sabs now 11:05. Taking that at a traffic situation that smooth sailing the downways and byways of New England on this Sunday night here and 93 South in London, New Hampshire. We got an accident before you approach exit 4 on Route 102 in London, so it's a little delayed, but you're good to go on this Sunday night. Peter Chaldu Sabs 11:05. Take a look at our weather situation here. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 11:05. 53 degrees untouched light rain here. With a humidity 83%. Wind speed west by 10 gusts of 24 miles per barometer. 20 up at 62 inches. Newport about 48 degrees and visibly up 7 miles. And wind chill about 50 degrees. Alright, let's take a look at our current conditions where the region here on this Sunday night at 11 o'clock. 51 degrees in Boston, 49 out in Boston over 50 in Fitchburg and in Gloucester, 46 in Bedford, 49 out in Beverly, 47 in Western, Sturbridge, 48 in Webster, 51 in Norwood, 52 in Taunton and New Bedford, 54 in Plymouth and Falmouth, 50 in Provincetown, 48 in Chatham and Cape Cod Bay, 54 in Martha's Vineyard, 55 in Nantucket, 52 in Block Island, 52 in Westerly, 52 in Smithfield, 54 in New York City, 54 in Islip, 50 in Montauk, 45 in Lawside, 53 in Bridgeport, 54 in New Haven, it's 51 in Denbury and Middletown, it's 48 in Waterbury, 41 in Hartford, 47 in Windsor, it's 38 in Springfield, 33 in Amherst, 34 in Greenfield, 42 in Athol, 41 in Northampton, 39 in Pittsfield, it's 43 in Albany, New York, it's 41 in Saratoga Springs, 42 in Bayton, 39 in Marlborough, 43 in Rutland, Vermont, 34 in Keene, Hampshire, 41 in Jefferson, Hampshire, 34 in Laconia, New Hampshire, and in Park, Maine, 33 in Concord, Hampshire, 42 in Manchester, Hampshire, 36 in Ashton, Hampshire, 44 in Portsmouth, Hampshire. Here. Alright, let's take a look at our surface map around the country here. At the 11 hour shows a warm front from coastal British coming in, stretching down for the western Washington coastline while it seems that station front from central British Columbia parallels through the warm front down for Washington State as the station front extends from the Yellowstone Valley of Northern Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming, and down for western Colorado, down for New Mexico, and western Texas. And we got a cold front from southeastern Missouri stretching down to southeastern Missouri, down through the Ohio Valley, and down for Ohio, up into Ontario, up into Quebec with a station front in western Quebec here. We got a warm front from southern Quebec and stretching down for Maine and up into Nova Scotia and up into western Newfoundland and Labrador. And we got a cold front stretching from Gulf of Mexico, stretching on the Atlantic seaboard from Georgia, stretching up to upstate New York, up to southern Ontario here. And we got low pressure western Quebec, southern Quebec, and western Nova Scotia and western Carolinas. And the Four Corner region, well, we have two areas of high pressure. One high pressure covering the Intermountain region and up into northern California. Well, another high pressure coming from southeastern Alberta, stretching it down for Montana, western Dakotas, and down for the Central Plains, states around Oklahoma. Here, it is 23 in Detroit, Michigan, 10 above in Chicago, Illinois, 4 below in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 57 out in Washington, D.C., 46 in Atlanta, 76 in Miami, Florida, 52 in Brownsville, Texas, 31 in Dallas, Texas, 8 above in Kansas City, 6 in Omaha, Nebraska, 4 below in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 3 below in Great Falls, Montana, 48 in Seattle, 52 in San Francisco, 57 in Los Angeles, 47 in Las Vegas, 30 in Salt Lake City, 36 in Denver, and 27 out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here. And take a look at the radar situation here at the 11th hour, and it shows light to moderate bands rain coming from the north shore of Massachusetts and named for the Boston and down for much of southeast Massachusetts and Cape Downs here around much of it out in the eastern and east central portions of Long Island here. And we're seeing some yellow to orange mixtures, moderate bands rain around trailing around Provincetown, stretching off the Cape Cod Bay, and the line of shadow storms off the eastern Cape Cod Bay named for the Nantucket here. And we got another line of rain transmitting northeastern portions of Connecticut, stretching it out for central and west central portions of Massachusetts, out for northwestern portions of Connecticut and western portions of Connecticut from New Milford, Brookfield, and Denver down to Ridgefield here. And we're seeing some rain showers in west central portions of New Hampshire, snow and sleet around west central portions of New Hampshire here. And some sleet showers around east central portions of Maine. And line of rain showers hugging the seacoast of New Hampshire, hugging the Maine coastline, and after several portions of New Brunswick and western and east central portions of Nova Scotia. And we see some rain, sleet, and snow showers in the north west of Vermont, and some snow showers up in upstate New York, western New York, and down for western Pennsylvania here. And we are going to zoom you out, and it shows snow showers in eastern Indiana, around Ohio, and western Pennsylvania, and stretching down southern and northern portions of Michigan and east central UP and Michigan here. And we're seeing a line of rain showers down the Atlantic seaboard here, coming from northern Florida and off the Gulf states here. And line of rain showers up the southeastern portion of Louisiana here, and some light to moderate bands of rain around western Washington and northwestern Oregon, with some sleet and snow showers on the western mountains of Washington state, and rain, sleet, and snow showers around east central portions of Washington and northern Idaho, down for western Montana, and northwestern portions of Colorado, and then for eastern British Columbia, for southwestern portions of Alberta, and some rain, sleet, and snow showers west central portions of Idaho here. And line of snow showers around western Quebec here. Okay, take a look at our satellite loop. Line of clouds covering much of the eastern seaboard from Atlantic Canada, stretching it down for northern Florida, covering much of the Gulf states here, and around southeastern Texas. While we're seeing another batch of clouds coming from the Pacific Northwest of British Columbia, covering much of Canada and covering much of the Northern Rockies, Northern Plains, and around the Great Lakes, and stretching in central plains around the Forkwood region of Utah, Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, and around Nevada and the eastern portions of California here. Okay, let's take a look at a forecast discussion around the region here, and it shows an Arctic air mass will continue to plunge temperatures across the central and eastern United States. Snowfall accumulations will pile up downwind of the lower Great Lakes. Heavy rain and mountain snow expected in the northwestern corner of the nation, and a flip persistent with freak snows from the northern plains to the northern United States. Conditions will begin to dry out along with the eastern seaboard Sunday night as deep surface cyclone over southeast Ontario lifts toward the Canadian Maritimes. A traveling cold front push off the Atlantic coast and beyond the system. The Arctic air mass that already invaded the north central United States will spread southeastward to plunging temperatures from the Mississippi Valley to the east coast as the cold air blown over the warm waters will allow snow showers to break up across the Great Lakes region, especially downwind of Lake Ontario and Erie. A rich blown moisture streaming inland out of a Pacific system crashing into British Columbia Sunday night, with few widespread precipitation across the northwestern corner of the nation early this week. As heavy rains are expected along the Washington coast, while snowfall accumulations excess of a foot will be possible at the Cascades and North Rockies, and energy dropping out of western Canada will streak a wave of low pressure from the northern province and the northern Midland Monday into Tuesday, as a clipper system will be quite moisture-starved. However, a fresh surge of Arctic air across the central and eastern United States will allow for a stop of accumulated storms to develop north of the track. Forecast discussion around the Kent region. Milder air this afternoon will continue this evening ahead of an approaching cold front. As the front will develop, some showers with local heavy rain this evening, followed by some blustery much colder weather tomorrow with a few snow showers possible. Weak low pressure may bring a period of light snow Tuesday, and Arctic front will be accompanied by a few snow showers called Wednesday, followed by blustery and bitter cold weather Wednesday night to the Thursday. More snow showers are possible Thursday night and Friday. Then mainly dry conditions at the next weekend with below normal temperatures. New term until 6 a.m. Monday morning, 9 p.m. Update. Only change with the forecast update is to expand the area of heavy showers across eastern Connecticut, Rhode Island, and eastern Massachusetts per latest radar trends. 200Z observed sounded with from OK indicates some steep mid-level laps from 750 millibars up to about 600 millibars. So that's rainfall rates, but probably not sufficient for thunder. But heavy downpours are approaching. Thunder battery is actually on parts greater than 1 inch along with a mid-level instability mentioned above, as not expected a significant or widespread urban flooding as band of showers will move offshore by midnight. Remaining forecast is on track here as we're experiencing tomorrow's highs 34 for Boston, 35 for Hartford, 37 for New York City 29 for Worcester, 30 in Albany, 29 in Concord, 31 in Port Maida, 21 in Vermont. So I'm going to be predicted that the temperature for tomorrow we will see 21 to 37 degrees. Or divide this and we will have temperatures in the 30s for much of eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island and much of Connecticut, and for southern New York, well, we're going to see temperatures around the 20s for much of eastern and eastern New York, western central Massachusetts, and up to much of Maine. New Hampshire and Vermont, we have a few 30s around the Maine coastline here. Alright, let's take a look at our hazardous weather outlook here. Hazard weather outlook is effective. Day 1 tonight. Hazard weather not expected time. Day 2 for 7, Monday for Saturday. As Monday, west winds will likely gust to 40 to 45 miles per hour, and the wind advisory may eventually be needed as well. Also, a chance of snow squalls in the afternoon, which may reduce visibility and affect the evening commute. Tuesday, light storm may accumulate 1 to 2 inches before tapering off. Tuesday evening will be just a low probability that snow accumulation will be reaching advisory criteria 3 inches, and Wednesday. Locally heavy snow squalls are possible Wednesday afternoon as the front moves across the region, and for Wednesday and Thursday morning, there'll be a high probability of wind chill advisories or warnings will be needed for much of southern New England for wind chill values up to 15 to 30 degrees below zero here. So expect an active week on weather and tap. Overnight and hours, scattered showers Maine before 1 a.m. Most of the skies then gradually becoming most of the coast low about 31 degrees west, wind about 9 to 13 miles per gust size, 37 miles per chance of precipitation and 50%. New person by month 3 and 10 for 1 inch possible. On Monday, slight chance of snow showers after 4 p.m. Increased clouds put out. Temperature falling around 27 by 5 p.m. and west wind about 40 to 60 miles per gust size, 40 miles per chance of precipitation and 20%. Monday night, forecast cloud low about 12 degrees. West wind about 5 to 13 miles per gust size, 26 miles per hour. For Tuesday, snow likely may after 3 p.m. Increased clouds but higher 24 degrees. Southwest wind about 3 to 5 miles per chance of precipitation is 6%. New snow kilometers to less than that 1 inch possible. For that, a chance of snow available before 11 p.m. Most skies got low about 17 degrees. Cloud becoming west wind 5 miles per hour. For the midnight, chance of precipitation 30%. Was that? Wednesday, chance of snow showers available between noon and 3 p.m. Pakistan sky high about 20 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. For Wednesday, Pakistan sky will low about 1 degree below zero. It's not a typo. It's for real on Wednesday night, as we're going to have some Arctic air and tap. For Thursday, sunny skies high about 15 degrees. For that, chance of snow showers. Most skies got low about 10 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. For Friday, chance of snow showers. Pakistan sky about 29 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. Friday, most of the coast got low about 14 degrees. For Saturday, most skies got about 20, low about 18 degrees. For Sunday, Pakistan skies high about 33 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day. A much colder day and tap for tomorrow. Peter Chaladusa, 11:18, and it is time now for Sunday Night Sports Roundup here on this first Sunday of 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here with Stuff You Up Dan in Raleigh, North Carolina, where the Boston Bruins are looking for some answers in how to solve this slump here as they squared off against the Carolina Panthers here, and it was a scoreless game until 54 seconds left in the first period. That's when Patrick Dwyer gets a goal with assist from Jay McClellan and Brandon Miller, and that's 1-0 in favor of the Hurricanes here. And then Patrice Bergeron nets an 8-goal season at 14:35. The second period with assists from Brad Marchand, 12 assists, and Doug Hamilton, 16 assists. 1-1 the score. And a game which the Bruins were shot by the Hurricanes in the first and third periods there. And they went shot for a 36 to 20 by the Hurricanes. The Bruins and the Hurricanes battled each other 1-1 times in the third period and went in the overtime period where the Bruins had a couple of chances to win it in the overtime period. But Anton Khudobin had 16 saves on goal, while Tuukka got 34 saves in net, and they went into the shootout, and the Bruins failed to get a goal in the shootout ran past Anton Khudobin as the Boston Bruins lose to the Carolina Hurricanes down in Raleigh, North Carolina, but they get a point as they lose to the Hurricanes 2-1. As now they're 19, 15, and 6 on season, 44 points in the. And we'll take a look at the wild card, and the Bruins are 1 point out of that final wild card spot behind Toronto with 45 points and 1 point ahead of Florida Panthers. So the Bruins are not out of the. So the Bruins are out of the playoff hunt, but they still have a chance if they can find ways on how to solve this slump. And I know it's not a full lineup with some injuries, but the Bruins need to give them some time and try to break out this slump. As next up, the Boston Bruins. They will be out in Pittsburgh on Wednesday night for a date with Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Alright, other scores around the National Hockey League here on the Sunday night air. Through 2 periods up in Edmonton Oilers are leading the New York Islanders 2-1. Washington Capitals defeat the Florida Panthers 4-3. Tampa Bay Lightning over the Ottawa Senators 4-2. Chicago Blackhawks over the Dallas Stars in overtime 5-4. Columbus Blue Jackets over the Colorado Avalanche 4-3. And Mighty Ducks in a shootout over the Nashville Predators. Nope. And Ducks in a win over the Nashville Predators in a shootout 4-3. Okay, take a look at NBA action here on this Sunday night here. Dallas Mavericks over the Cleveland Cavaliers 109-90 here on Mount Dallas' 20 points. Detroit Pistons blew out the Sacramento Kings 114-95. Miami Heat edged out a win over the Brooklyn Nets 88-84. Milwaukee Bucks over the New York Knickerbockers 95-82. Phoenix Suns over the Toronto Raptors 125-109. And through 3 periods of the Los Angeles Indiana Pacers lead the Los Angeles Lakers 69-63. In the NFL, wild card playoffs are over as now they were 8 here. As today, the Indianapolis Colts defeat the Cincinnati Bengals today. Pulled away with a 26-10 victory over the Bengals. As Andrew Luck got 31 for 44 attempts for 376 yards, 1 touchdown, while Andy Dalton had 18 for 35 for 155 yards. As the Cincinnati Bengals have had not won a playoff game in their history, dating back to January 1991. Here, Colts got the score early on a Dan Herron 2-yard run to make it 7-0 in favor of the Colts, and then Jeremy Hill 1-yard run. The game is tied at 7 apiece through 1 quarter here. And then the Colts took the lead on a pair of Vincenzo field goals, one from 38 and another 29 to make it 13-7 in favor of the Colts in the second quarter. And then Mike Nugent 57-yard field goal as the Colts won in a halftime break, leading 13-10. And then in the third quarter, Dante Moncrief, a 36-yard pass by Mandela, and Adam Vinatieri kick is good, 20-10 in favor of the Colts. And then Vinatieri with a pair of field goals as the Colts defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 26-10. Here as now the Colts will travel to Denver to take on Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. Here down in Dallas as Tony Romo and the Cowboys rally from a 17-7 halftime deficit to defeat the Lions 24-20 as Tony Romo got 19 for 31 for 293 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Matthew Stafford got 20 for 42 for 323 yards and 1 touchdown, 1 interception here. Lions got on the board first in the first quarter on a Golden Tate 51-yard pass for Matthew Stafford to make it 7-0 in favor of the Lions here. And then Reggie Bush an 18-yard win as the Lions take a 14-0 lead. And then in the second quarter, Terrence Williams, a 76-yard pass from Tony Romo as a boys cut the Lions lead to 14-7, and then Matt Prater, 39-yard field goal. The Lions went to the halftime break, leading 17-7. And then in the third quarter, Matt Prater again from 37-yard field goal to make it 27 in favor of the Lions here. But then the Cowboys comebacks got underway as DeMarco Berry tapped it in for a 1-yard run to make it 20-14 in favor of the Lions here. And then in the fourth quarter, Dan Bailey, a 51-yard field goal to make it 20-17 in favor of the Lions. And then Terrence Williams, 8-yard pass from Tony Romo as the Dallas Cowboys defeat the Detroit Lions 24-20 here, as the NFL playoffs will be down to the final 8 here, or the Elite 8, as Saturday, the New England Patriots will take on the Baltimore Ravens at Gillette at 4:35 p.m. and at 8:15 p.m. on Saturday night, the Seattle Seahawks will take on the Carolina Panthers, and then at Sunday at 1:05 p.m., the Green Bay Packers will take on the Dallas Cowboys, and 4:40 p.m. the Indianapolis Colts will take on the Denver Broncos. Should be an exciting time in the NFL playoffs here. Okay, let us take a look at college basketball scores. First of all, the men's with 15:34 left in the second half. Stanford 37, Washington 30. In the final, Temple 84, UCF 78. VCU 75, Fordham 58. Old Dominion 61, Sharp 54. Detroit 83, Milwaukee 67. Indiana 79, Evansville 75, final in overtime. It's Manhattan 63, Kenosha 60. Iona 86, Siena 72. Monomuff 66, Niagara 50. Tulsa 72, Houston 54. West Illinois 80, Omaha 78. It's Florida International University 62, Florida Atlantic 60. Cairo 86, USC 65. Valparaiso 79, Youngstown State 64. It's St. Peter 79, Marist 67. South Dakota 74, Denver 69. It's Western Kentucky 81, Marshall 62. UAB 54, Middle Tennessee 49. UTSA 71, North Texas 61. It's Northern Iowa 67, Loyola Illinois 58. UTEP 66, Rice 57. Utah 71, UCLA 39. Cleveland State 34, UIC 69. Abilene Christian 87, Central Arkansas 70. It's Kansas 76, UNLV 61. North Dakota State 72, South Dakota State 69. It's Wichita State 70. It's Illinois State 62. Grand Canyon 71, UC Riverside 69. Washington State 69, California 66. It's Arizona 73, Arizona State 49. It's IUPUI 63, IPFW 58. Louisville 85, Wake Forest 76, and Wisconsin 81, Northwestern 58. Okay, take a look at women's college basketball scores at Siena 65, St. Peter's 40. Iowa 79, Rutgers 72. Butler 63, Creighton 58. Villanova 68, Marquette 48. Connecticut 70, St. John's 54. It's Wichita State 54, Evansville 44. Western Kentucky 67, Marshall 53. Quarterback 94, Butterbuff 53. Notre Dame 85, Syracuse 74. Miami, Florida 74, Boston College 53. Georgia 64, it's Alabama 47. Texas A&M 52, Arkansas 50. North Dakota State 83, South Dakota State 78, it's Xavier 71, Providence 59, it's Old Dominion 66, Sharp 57, NJIT 59, Chicago State 48, Iota 85, Kenosha 75, it's Niagara 66, Fairfield 64, Manhattan 55, Ryder 52, it's George Mason 66, St. Louis 57, it's LaSalle 63, Davidson 54, Georgia Tech 74, Clemson 66, Louisville 63, Pittsburgh 57, it's Duke 70, Wake Forest 63, Virginia 62, Virginia Tech 47, it's Kentucky 64, Ole Miss 58, Mercer 61, Florida A&M 47, Illinois 91, Penn State 76, Michigan 74, Michigan State 65, Purdue 86, Indiana 64, Hustler 78, Johnson 53. It is. Elon 60, Delaware 50, Drexel 58, Northeastern 35, James Madison 67, Towson 66, UNSC Wilmington 63, Wilmington 62, Brown 59, Morgan State 52, it's Central Arkansas 66, Abilene Christian 60, it's IUPUI 78, IPFW 68, Northern Iowa 75, Loyola Illinois 58, it's Drake 80, Bradley 47, UTSA 53, North Texas 45, it's Middle Tennessee 76, UAB 68, North Carolina 72, North Carolina State 56, South Carolina 75, LSU 51, Mississippi State 53, Missouri 47, it's Minnesota 72, Wisconsin 60, it's Memphis 60, East Carolina 57 to final overtime, it is Missouri State 74, Indiana State 66, 7 Illinois 65, Illinois State 56, it's George Washington 69, Dayton 66, Fordham 65, Richmond 64, final overtime, it's Jacksonville 45, Savannah State 41, it's 7 Miss 79, Louisiana Tech 77, final overtime, it's UTEP 54, Rice 51. New Mexico State 81, New Mexico 39, it's Sparta 63, Auburn 50. Furman 65, South Carolina State 46, it's Wild State 73, Northwestern 64, it's Western Illinois 71, it's Omaha 56, Oklahoma 71, West Virginia 60, it's DePaul 105, Georgetown 85, Cal State Fulton 66, Seattle University 59, Texas Tech 52, TCU 37, it's South Florida 53, Tulane 40, Denver 66, Oral Roberts 57, Florida Atlantic 39, FIU 63, and UC Irvine 78, Concordia 72. Alrighty, let us take a look at some sports news here on this. Stuart Scott, a prominent ESPN sportscaster who is known for infusing his reports with a blend of pop culture references, slang, and exuberant praise of many must. Some of the pop culture figures on right died on Sunday in a Hartford area hospital. He was 49 years old, so rest in peace, Mr. Scott. Although Kyrie Irving was become their latest starter to go down, the Cleveland Cavaliers should be a position in their loser ways when they visit the team in much worse shape. The wild card round in the year's AFC playoffs has been one word. Disappointed. The Baltimore Ravens that scored a nice win over Pittsburgh Steelers. Pro Bowl running back Le'Veon Bell watched with an injured knee. And the New York Knickerbockers were bracing themselves Sunday to play another game of this nightmare season. Coach Derek Fisher was asked what a victory against the Milwaukee Bucks could mean to their team. After the NHL fined the Philadelphia Flyers for violating the CBA for travel on December 26, Brian Extall said that the team is willing to accept the consequences. In Toronto, when writing about the Russian team in international hockey, it was required that one uses a modifier anonymous as Russia beat Sweden to advance to the gold medal game at World Juniors in 2015. In Yeovil, England on Friday morning, Yeovil Town's tiny stadium, Huish Park was a capacity of 95 and was both empty and buzzing. The Arizona Cardinals' exit from the postseason could be the New York Jets' gain as Arizona's loss on Saturday to the Carolina freed its defense coordinator Todd Bowles to review for the Jets' head coach job this week. And that's me for Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on the Sunday night showing for 2015. I'm Peter to have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow with a Peter Channel Morning News Report. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.